because I didn't know what else to say. But here we are in Star Citizen 3.0. This is patch 690.275, which I think is an amazing number. It's an enormous, great big, fat, yielding number with the fleshy undertones of everything you could wish for in a number. It's got the 690, which is like the high 700s, without being too showy about it. It's not 699. We're not children. You know what I mean? 275. Well, that's a hefty number. You know, we're talking 300. It's a third of your way to 1,000 there. So without even breaking a sweat or straining, you've implied that you're a third of a way to 1,000 just with the 275. With the 690 being on its way to 700, you're like, you're up there. You know, you're talking about 700 grand. You know what I mean? Without even being too gregarious about it, you've implied that you're up nearly. Come on, I mean that's a big house. What we're talking, a big house there, which I'm sure Chris is familiar with, even though his house is not completely finished yet. Of course, it hasn't been built yet because it's still in development, and we can see from the show that we watch every week on a Thursday around the house. We can see from the the way the bathroom's looking that Chris, you know, he still has to take a dump in the bath because he can't access through systems. He can't access the lift, the toilet seat. It's not functional yet. It's merely a placeholder. And Sandy's furious about it. But I mean, she just pees in the shower, so it's no problem. But you know, you can imagine it. You know, he's got nowhere to sit. Chris can't actually sit down in his house because the functionality of System 2.0 won't allow his character to sit down in any of the seats that he's got in his house, even though his house is furnished like a 600i. Amazing stuff. Anyway, that's a big house. It's the 690, it's the 275. This is the patch that we're looking at today. So I've managed to get myself in without further ado. I think 2 minutes in, we shall just bring ourselves into that place, because you don't want to look at this lurid pink background with Chris's rotund face smugly inching its way back and forth across the screen. No, he's trying to sit down, but there's nowhere to sit down because he cannot access the furniture that he owns. It's merely 600i placeholders in his £700,000 house. I'm sure he doesn't live in a £700,000 house. I think he's a wonderful man. He's doing a great job, and he's got a fantastic team. And that's all I'm going to say before I welcome you to Star Citizen 3.0, ladies and germs. Here we are. We're getting up already. We've got ourselves out of the bunk. Now the frame rates, the look of it doesn't look too wonderful. Like with 13 frames, we're on an Australian server and we've only got 14 frames to speak of. 13 frames, unlucky for some. Can we be bothered to make it through the day? There's coat hangers, there's rails, we don't know what to do. Let's see if we can at least get out of Olisar in a decent ship and just see if we can make it, because I think we might be unlucky with the frames here. There's another fellow chopping his way through the frames in the most jittery manner possible. Look at him go. Look at his stuttering instance of himself as he tries to jog like an epileptic across the floor. Come on, son, you can do it. I'm going to give you the big angry salute. Come on, son. Look at my lumpy fingers. Is that the back of my fingers or the front? What are that supposed to be? Some sort of sap gloves? I could knock you out with one punch, mate. Right, never mind all that. He's a jittering fool, and this work is never going to be finished. But never mind. Let's just barrel on down here in full awareness that at any one time in the verse there is to be no running in the hallway. We didn't even guess what pod we were in. We don't care anymore because we always get it wrong. Maybe we'll return to that little habit at some other time. But now, ladies and germs, we're just going to hop in like the proverbial bunny rabbit down the proverbial rabbit hole into what I can only describe as the misery that has been the Cutlass Black. I'm going to have to claim it back. And I'm just going to file a claim. I can't even do that. It's a shocking state of affairs. Oh, let's take the pirate. Come on. We're taking the big mama.
Ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Yes! Baby. Give me the Yipperson of the AOO. Here we go. bringing ourselves crashing through the doorway. We bump into Milli Vanilli, or half of Milli. Could it be Manilli or Villi or anybody else? It could have been Milli. Who knows? We cycled today, Ma. Take out the at-vehicle named rat caterpillar, the rather ill-named caterpillar. I like it. It's got the name of a. It's got the name that implies that it's not quite even official. Not an official name. If we were playing the name game, you'd never guess it. It's the Rumpelstiltskin of Star Citizen. Guess my name. At-vehicle named Drac. I would never have guessed that in a million years up the apples and pears if you'd have said it to me. Sandy Gardner! Let's get into this wonderful, sleek devil of a Eric Corin Davis ship. Now watch the heart rate climb to 180 as we nearly die of an apoplectic aneurysm as we try to get to our caterpillar before it floats away into the business they call inky black star citizenry. Now, where on earth can my Johnny be good? Let's just crouch like a mouse underneath the platform here as we get into what can only be described as park life. No, that's wrong. It's further on. Please, please open. I just want you to be a doorway that I can access. I really want to be in the caterpillar. Today is a caterpillar kind of day. There's a constellation literally living up to its name, just acting as a motionless constellation by which all sailors can navigate their ways. Have you seen the stars tonight? The constellations are out. I can always plot my course by the constellation, for it hangs just to the west of Olisar's third ring. Ha ha ha! Or is it the second ring? I'm not quite sure. But the vast G landubbers, I cannot even access my cat. Give him 9 lashes of the cat! 9 lashes of the caterpillar there. And we will, nobody shall interfere in my liberty as I gain access. Oh, he's looking at it now. He's got it, he's done it, he's figured it out. He can't quite get there. But I know it's possible, I know it's possible, and I will do it. I will access what can only be described as park life. Come on, son. Give me that. Yes. Deploy. Here she comes. The health and safety nightmare that is the caterpillar. Lower lift. Look at that, you could have somebody's arm off in there. You have to leap onto it like a cuttlefish trying to polish its own behind. Right. Let's retract. I don't want to deploy. I want to retract. Are you interested in deployment or retraction? Well, I don't know. What I need to know is, am I going to lose an arm every time I retract? Because otherwise I just simply won't deploy. Right, okay, now remember how to do this. Look at this beautiful ship. What you've got to do is you've got to go through the sleeping area where you can watch all manner of interstellar programs about all kinds of placeholdery type stuff. And you come barreling through here, whereupon you may see a yellow ladder. It's there for safety. You can ascend the ladder without too many frames buckling your egress, and then you can walk down here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, if we go into this higher corridor, which is the upper hallway, and then up there, I'm not mistaken, is the pilot's seat. Yes, indeed, we found it without too much bother that time. That was wonderful. Right, let's hop in. We're just inching off to the side here. Look at this lovely seat. It's a very original rendition of something that you might find in a World War II fighter. And I appreciate that in every way that you could possibly appreciate it, except for the floating widget that I can't quite access. Come on now, catty. Come on, you catty caterpillar. Come on, you catty little caterpillar. Let me access the system 2.0. I'm only trying. Chris, can you hear me, Chris? Chris, I'm trying to access your game. Are you there, Chris? Chris, are you there? Are you there, Chris? I'm trying to enter pilot seats. There we go. He's in. In there, like swimwear. Yes, ladies and germs, I'm in the seats. I will now elevate myself with the appropriate button, which doesn't work anymore. I'll go back down to me F. What the F is happening? Oh, and there's the flight ready button. Alright, love. Oh, she's up, she's awake. A surge of blue sparks and we're in the business.
Systems are online.
Okay. It's time, ladies and germaloids, to realise that preparation H, on the whole, is quite good. Let's go.
Launch complete.
Let's go. Look at the beautiful. Look at the wonderful. Look at the magnificent. The majesty. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? I would say that this is one of the most magisterial ships ever to grace the place. And we are taking this baby to Daymar. On this very day! Let's get out of what is known as park life. Get ourselves retracting.
Gear up.
There's that horrible no target symbol again. I think something very not very nice has happened to these controls, because they don't have the sharpness nor the resolution that they once had. Look at this, all the Drake ships so far that I've got into have got this quite fuzzy. Look at the resolution on that. Like over there it's not too bad, but look at these MFDs. It's only when you zoom in here, even then they're not that great. Okay, well that's quite good. Suppress. What I want is them to be readable, legible rather, I should say, at a further distance than that. I don't want to have to come in like a goose, like who's eaten too much pate. If you get my meaning. What does that mean, a goose? What do you mean, a goose? Why do you refer to goose? Hello? What? Hello? Somebody hailing me? Right, let's get some speed up. Let's get away from Olisar. There's the rear view. Goodbye, Oliver. Now, my targeting is completely cock-a-hoop. It doesn't work. And I'm quite upset about that. Not that I'm planning to dink anyone, but I don't like the resolution. It's just not happy about it. But I am happy about this ship. Look at this beautiful ship. Look at it. Now this is all mine right now. The biggest cargo ship in the game. Don't even know if that's true, but today it's the truth. There's the exit sign. Let's just check where everything is. Open exterior. No. Engine on. Engine off is down there. Alright, so we're alright. We know where we're going. We're going to take this to Daymar. We're going to go to Shuban Mining, see if we can get into trouble. Probably take this one there, see what we can do with it, and then we will we'll try and pick up another ship from the very place itself. Oh, that's interesting. I can go over here while I'm in Mobiglass mode. Right, now, I don't like this no target business. Not impressed in the slightest. Right. Is there a mission? Let's just see if there's a mission. Not really the great ship to go looking for a missing person, is it? Disposal request. Trash. Clash Benson Mining. Let's accept that one. Let's go lost cargo. Retrieval job. Oh, here we go. Destination. Oh, lost cargo. Accept contract. We're doing that. Check this out. Now Daymar should be highlighted now, because that is where. Oh, but it's not. The collection site is there. Anyway, we're not going there. We're going to Daymar, and that's all there is to it. There's nothing you can say about it. I've made up my mind. Let's just never mind the jittering. Look at this beauty. Look at the heaviness of it. Let's go. Christmas at Debenhams. Exactly the time of year you would want to go to Debenhams. Look at the Christmas lights, and here they come. Zaboo! Look at this wonderful beast. Look at this beast. Why, mother? Crusader looks no smaller, even though we've traveled such a great distance together. I know, child. Crusader is a constant in our lives. No matter how far you travel, Crusader always looks the same color of puce and about the same size. Mother, it's incredible. What is this planet before us? Why, child, this is Daymar, one of the finest planets in the Stanton system. Mother, why is our ship so long? Okay, be quiet now, child. We're trying to fly. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go! Let me get into my mode. Please don't crash. I'm on 11 frames. I'm down to 5 frames. How can this be? How can it be? How can it be? Mr. McGee, I'm up to 13 frames. Let's see if we can get into this view. Here we go. Right, Shuban Mining is 822. So I'm going to make a guess. It's not obvious, this, from when you first play the game, but I made a guess that that is on to the side of planets. So we're going to go around to the side of planets to get there. Hello, Dorothy. Yes, I can't talk now. I'm just traversing around Daymar. I'll be home in time for tea, don't worry.
Quantum drive is now off.
Right, let's swing it around here. Look at the beauty of this ship. Coming round like a beast. Shuban Mining is now 441, so I'm going to take a punt on that and suggest to myself that this beast, this long rectangular object of sheer mirth, is going to fly itself through the atmosphere of a planet. Now this is something I want to see. Last time I tried this, I crashed headlong into the planet's surface. But that will not be our case today. That will not be what happens. We are eager flats to be reluctant to go there, and therefore we will satchel our will and write in the notebook of history that one day we shall accelerate to the full speed of this vessel, which is hopefully larger than 34. For some reason we've got no power. Right, now we're going up. Now we're accelerating slightly, but I'm not sure if this is really... We're on 10 frames, which is absolutely abysmal. We're going up to 37, 380. We'll see what the top speed of this. I'm not sure what the velocity of the amplitude of the length of this beast might be. We might find that as we measure it, it gets shorter, because to observe something, as Heisenberg noticed, is to change something. It's called the uncertainty principle, and it means that every time you look at something, you yourself are involved in its perception. Your perceptual apparatus is somehow interfering, whether it's a wave or a particle. And this quantum effect, and I don't mean travel. I don't mean the travel. I don't mean just zipping over to Daymar for a little day trip. I mean the actual quantum. The superposition of undecidability that we're all subject to. Oh, yes. Hello, who's this? Who's this on the chat? Beck Bristow. What's up, Downer? How are things? Mate, I'm stoked. You're doing a mission. Well, I don't know. I couldn't decide whether to do a mission or not. So every time I've tried to do a mission, I don't think I've ever completed... No, I tell a lie, I've completed one mission. So I am trying to fulfill my WHP, you know what I mean? I'm trying to do the missions as instructed by Waxman. God bless him. I'm trying to do the missions, but so far in trying to do them, I've just failed and failed and failed and failed. I did a successful trash collection mission in my Aurora 3 nights ago. I managed to balance 2 packets of trash, one on either side of the Aurora doors, because imagine how difficult that is, getting up the ladder, putting your hands down on the surface of the floor of the Aurora while trying to pick up the garbage and get it actually inside the Aurora. It's quite difficult, right? So what I did was I just sort of chucked it in, bumped it in, and then jumped through it, sort of clipped through it, and then closed the doors, and I had 2 sacks of garbage of radioactive noodles hanging out the side of my Aurora, and that was the only mission I've managed to complete. Does that answer your question? He's saying it's PTU, no worries on trying to complete missions. I know, but it's nice, it's fun to try, isn't it, mate? I was trying out 3 in the hangar, and AC was getting to 1520 at one point. I hope they improve the frame rate when they're released to live PU. Yes, Beck, do you know anything about news about when they might release to live PTU? Is that something that you know about? I know that Board Gamer was talking about that it's going to be a series of quite fast fixes now, and then they're going to go to PU. But I don't know. I'm a bit sceptical, really. I still find the game incredibly buggy. I don't know about you. What do you think? Are you still there? What I thought I'd do is do something a bit similar to Dan in this respect. I would just get down to Schumann Mining and just hang out and see what goes. No news. Just what BG has been saying. I agree with you. Yeah, okay, mate. I appreciate you dropping by, and I appreciate your comments as well. Much appreciated. Basically, my plan, I don't know, I watched Dan stream a little bit recently, and I was thinking that Schumann Mining is a kind of a good place for WHP to do its kind of career business. I don't know if that's a popular vote or that's something that people are interested in doing, but it felt to me, watching his stream, there could be a lot of fun could be had down there, just because it's the place where you seem to bump into most people, and it's the place with the least amount of armistice zones, because that's the other thing that I find is doing these missions. The armistice zones themselves, they're kind of sucking the fun out of it for me, because I get down there and I think, oh, we could be on for a little bit of PvP here, and I run into the fray, and I'm bereft of my tool, so to speak. I'm not sure if you can understand my vernacular, but what I'm saying is my gun disappears. Whenever I enter the field of operations, I find myself devoid of my weapon, and it's not a good feeling. Let's just have a look at how close we're getting here then. Can we zoom in even with this? Can't seem to zoom in. Okay, I am still coming in quite hot here. I can't really read. I think I'm on 3, 4, 5, something like that. I'm going to try and give myself a little bit of a boost here. I think I've also got my space brake somehow bound to my boost button. It's not very clever. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, so to speak. But 892 seems to be the top whack of this baby. Right, yes, I'm curious on where WHP's playground would be, he's saying. Your suggestion on the Myling colony sounds like a reasonable ace to kick things off for WHP. Go where the action is. Yes, absolutely. Let's have a little look at her now as she comes in. Like a glorious beast. Look at this. Now this is a sight for sore eyes. Look at that. I've not actually taken the Caterpillar out for a spin that much, but it's such a beautiful ship. I love this ship. I don't own one of these. Beck, do you own a Caterpillar? Did you go for it? What, are you a big ship buyer, or are you somebody who has managed to hold back the dollars from flowing out of your wallet into Chris Roberts' hands? Give me your dollars. How do you feel about the impecuniary reimbursement of virtual goods? Look at this, so beautiful. Look at what a game. Let's just take it from the other side, see if she looks as good coming out this way. Look, she looks good from every angle. Not many people you can say that about. I am getting a little bit close to the nub, so I'm just going to hop back into this view. My altitude is 6.5, so let's just put the nose up. As we come in here, we're looking at 128. I absolutely love this ship. I think it's just a peach with only a small amount of fuzz on it. It's very, very good indeed. I don't mean that in a weird way. I mean that actually in a correct, more like a greengrocer would say. No Caterpillar. All right, fair enough, mate. Do you hang out much with WHP? Do you go into when Dan is live in the PTU? Have you managed to hook up with him, or of any other any other WHP members? I haven't really done that much myself. I hung out with Smugs a little bit on his stream, and I've hung out with Dead to Rights and a few other bods, but not for a few months now. Is that something that you get involved in? I'm afraid I gave in a couple of times. I bought a couple of ships I wouldn't have minded trying to earn in game. Okay, what did you buy? I'd be interested to hear that, mate, just because I gave in also. I gave in on the prospector, the lovely gold digger, the prosy as I call her, and I gave in on the terrapin, which I thought, when I looked at the preliminary renderings of it, it really looked like it was going to be like quite a big chunky ship. But it's like the size of a small smart car, to be quite honest. It's a piddly little thing. But anyway, I like the idea of being armoured up to the teeth and being able to scan things from a long way away. I think it'd be quite a good reconnaissance vehicle. But I don't know what you feel about that. I mean, what ships did you go for? Right, we're looking at 122 here. I haven't been to the PTU much. Frame rate has been infuriating. Yes, I mean, I agree, mate. I've been infuriated. I'm trying to stay positive, you know what I mean? Just to try and enjoy it and stream a little bit for those that can't get in. I suppose that's really what I'm doing. Just so people can at least have a look at the game and to keep the discussion going about whether it's suitable for a release or not. I don't know. But as for testing, I don't feel I mean, every time I crash at least once a day, and I feel like my crash reports obviously go into the vast amount of data that is available to the team, but I don't feel that I'm particularly rigorously testing any particular mechanic. I take the ships, I usually take them to one of the moons and try and bash out some kind of mission, but as I said before, I've failed pretty much. I either fail on things like I can't open doors, or I fail on things like I crash into the planet, or I can't navigate to the specific point that the mission is telling me to go to, or when I get to the mission I get into a dogfight and the frame rate's so bad I can't actually dogfight. So, you know, stuff like that. It's incredibly difficult to complete these missions, which it just makes me wonder, you know, what the thinking of CIG is in releasing and saying that there are plans to release it soon. And I mean, I can imagine that they would love to get it out before Christmas. You know, that would be a great sort of, for the fans to sort of go, oh, here you go, we've done it, we've done it. All those stupid haircuts all sat around the table grinning their heads off going, we've done it, happy Chris Roberts everybody, happy Christmas Roberts, we've managed to get it out for the holy day itself, and you can spend Boxing Day with an incredibly large hangover navigating your way through the PU. I mean, I imagine that's a goal, you know, that'd be a great thing to be able to do, but I don't know, I just feel like there are so many issues. I mean, some of the ships are just not functional. I tried to get into a 315p the other day, and I got stuck in a weird, like, everything was backwards. So when you get into the seat, you're facing the back of the ship, and then when you actually get out of the seat, you're facing the back of the ship again, but on the other side of the seats you can't exit. So you're kind of trapped within the Origin nightmare. Alright, here we go. I also bought a Prospector in the hopes to earn some EU. Yes. I absolutely did the same thing, mate. I thought I'd love the idea of not getting into all those mechanics, all those troublesome mechanics, and just sort of, you know, toddling off on my own and finding a nice little plot somewhere and drilling a hole and taking the cred. That's what I thought. Thought Ron, but he was wrong. Let's have a look at this beautiful ship as she traverses the verse. Look at the shadow down there, look at that! Now that is a peachy little rendering. Look at that, I've not seen that before. That is really beautiful. Are you getting this? This is amazing. Look at the little shadow down there underneath. It's like a whale following a minnow through the deep undersea depths of Daymar, the planet that was immersed in water. Wow, look at that, it's beautiful. I would buy one of these if I really had more money. I would do that. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean, son. You're on board for success, just like the rest of us. Right, current altitude, like we're climbing slightly now. I want to dip it down as we come in. Let's just drop it down. Oh, no. Come on. The nose goes down, boys. The nose goes down. Listen, darling. Get your nose into the nose bag. There we are. And we're still climbing. Let's just dip the ship, dip the ship. Yeah, that's the one. Slow descent. That's what we like. But let's bump the speed up a little bit, shall we? Because we're never going to get there at this rate. We're going to be half past tea time. 7 to 2. 7 to 2 in the 3:30 at Aintree. Coming in hot. That reminds me, I've got some money on a horse. Where's she gone? You silly old nag. Sorry, I just got to check this because otherwise I might be a few quid short. There we go. We're not interested in Dublin. Don't show me the Dublin news. I want to be at Catterick. Oh, here we go. I think we'll go 2 to 1 each way. I'm not feeling very adventurous. That all I can say is that I would just put £1 on it and hope for the best. That's all we can say, right? There it is. All done. I put £1 on it each way. Yeah, I'm a terrible dogfighter, so I focus more on the other careers early on. I participate in paper checking when called upon. Yes. Well, look, you and me should get together because I'm also a piss poor dogfighter, I have to say. I'm really not very good at it. Maybe we can go out together and like maybe our combined bad dogfighting will result in a hound of unmitigated violence that we could unwield or unleash rather unwield on the unwitting public of Star Citizen. Right, we're dipping the nose a little bit more firmly now as we're trying to get some speed up here. It's very, very slow to fly this in atmosphere. It's crazy. But yeah, maybe we should go out sometime, like when the PTU is a bit more stable, eh? We play the ponies. I used to be part owner of a couple of thoroughbreds here in the US. Oh, mate, that's very interesting news. Too expensive. Yeah, that is an expensive game, isn't it? Like being an owner. I always watch your smile as you lead it out the paddock. That's the real tell, isn't it? Whether you've got nice shoes on. Oh, that's interesting, mate. Very interesting. Right, come on. Dip the nose. Yeah, no, I just... Oh, hello. Hold on. I just got to take a phone call. Just 1 second, everybody. I'll be right back. Let me just kill the speed. Hello. He's back in the saddle. He's back in the saddle. Right, okay, what's happening? Sorry about that. It was a very important phone call, and I had to take it, because there's nobody else here to answer it. I can't even read that. Do you find that these controls are pretty much illegible? Is that what you find? Beck, are you still there? You still there, mate? I know there's more interesting streamers. What? He says. What? Do you find that the HUD is illegible? I mean, I'm having real problems, you know, when you come into Daymar, not so much selling because there's a little bit darker background, isn't it? But you find that the HUD itself, you can't read it. Do you ever get that? I mean, you're probably, I don't know, maybe you're a busy man. I don't know. I'm also a busy man, but I try to do this daily for about an hour and just see. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to put a little timer on here. Let's just do that. 1 second. Ladies and germs, as we come in to there. We're just going to do that. Get the timer on, just so we. What's your favourite ship to fly in the PTU at the moment? Well, I originally, with the earlier patches, I was really enamoured of the Prospector. That was my deal, because I like the visibility. It's so nice, and the noise it makes was so good. I just felt like, oh yeah, this is something I could quite get into. In the sense that it handled really well. It wasn't too jittery like some of the ships. Like I feel like the Cutlass is a bit too. It's almost too responsive. Like my joystick isn't brilliant. I mean, I haven't got a very expensive rig or anything. The computer's okay, but all of the accoutrements are a little bit by the by, and I don't get a great deal of joy out of. Maybe that's why I'm such a bad dog fighter. But yeah, I would say the Prospector I really like. But at the moment, I'm really loving this Caterpillar. I feel like I want to buy one of these. But I think, like you, I would be more happy now, given the state of the game, to try and hold back my dollars and not spend them all in the game. What sort of a gamer are you? Are you a sort of an avid gamer, or are you somebody who you know, just you dabble and do it when you can, sort of thing? Or are you somebody who's been playing games for a long time? Like me, I'm not somebody who has been really into games that much in my life. I really haven't got into it until maybe the last year and a half or so. So I don't really know a lot about games. I can't say that I played the original Freelancer or the original Lardy this or Lardy that. I mean, I have never had a Commodore 64. I never had my friend had a ZX Spectrum, and I've not really been into the Amigas or I've never really been a PC gamer at all. I've been sort of way too busy until nowadays. I'm a casual gamer. Work and life take up all the time. Yeah, all the time. Yes, I mean, I'm the same, mate. At the moment, the period of my life I'm in at the moment, I'm working. I'm lucky enough to be working at home for the next sort of 3 or 4 months. I've got a teaching job that I do as well when I go out, a couple of days a week, but in the rest of the time I'm paid to do a kind of research project. So I'm at home doing that, and but that's finishing up quite soon. But it's meant that kind of in the early evening, I mean, this is quite early stream for me, but usually early evening I would take an hour or so to fiddle around. And my son is, he's 11 now, so he's sort of starting to get into a few games. So we play stuff together as well, which is quite good fun for me. I quite enjoy that time with him. It's quite nice. And we battle about in various games that we like. It's good fun. I like that. It's nice sort of time spent with him. It's really good. Right, you are then. 23292624. He's coming down like a bomb. Let's just have a little look at this. Oh, actually, that's what I'm not moving. That's the problem. You know, you should always turn on your engines when you approach a planet. Otherwise, it's very boring to watch, isn't it? Let's try and get a bit of speed up here. I was drifting along then at like 50 meters per second, which is actually quite fast. But like in terms of planet size, it's pretty sluggish. He's a casual gamer. Fair enough. I think I am too. I've got into this streaming lark just because it gives me a bit of an outlet, you know, but I don't know. I don't know if it's something I'll keep up. I thought, you know, like many people, I thought, oh, I'll grow the stream and see what happens. You know, that's really my take on it. I enjoy it, and it's not, you know, I just figure, well, at the end of the working day, there's got to be something silly to take up your time as well as everything else. Life gets so serious, doesn't it? I got into my current career of software development initially due to my interest in games such as Atari, NES, that era. Now I develop software geared towards finance and accounting, and I still enjoy it at this point. Okay, well that's cool. That's nice, mate. That you're doing something that you can get a kick out of. I think that's very, very important. You've got to find the joy, haven't you? That's the thing. We've all got to do this daily business, so you've got to find something that keeps you afloat in your own mind, so to speak. I'm very lucky in the sense that I work in quite a odd field, which is it changes every day what I have to do, and it's quite varied, and I get, you know, it involves many different areas. Oh, hello, there's somebody down there. Who could it be? Let's put the nose right down here as we come down slightly. Maybe we can bring ourselves down in a much more open way. Come on, even a ship like this, I'm finding it hard to nose it into the actual spot. But yeah, I do agree with you, mate. There's also the guilt factor. I think that's another thing for me, is that I feel like, you know, as a grown man, I shouldn't be playing silly games like this. And you know, I'm aware. I'm not sure how old you are, but I mean, I do get that. I do get that feeling sometimes. I think, like, what are you doing, man? Dreaming about being a spaceman. You're a grown man. You should put away childish things. But I mean, I figure it's an outlet like anything else. I'm quite into the idea of, I don't know. I'm quite into the idea of you still got to have a dream life. Even grown men can dream. I'm a full grown man, but I'm not afraid to cry, Beck. But you know what I mean. You get me. Right, we're going to slow this down now as we take a little sneaky peek. We can't really see a lot there. Let's try and get a little bit of a. Oh, there she is. Look. There's the spot itself. I'm coming in not too fast. Now I'm expecting. You make plans, then life happens. It really turns out how you initially plan or see things going. Yeah, absolutely, mate. You're absolutely right. And I think we're very lucky in the sense that we've got this. There is the possibility for this kind of fantasy outlet. I mean, the capacity for people's fantasy is pretty amazing, really, and it's obviously been highly monetized in this instance. But I mean, I think everybody's some sort of a dreamer, and I think that you've got a little bit of space in the day to indulge that. I think it's not such a bad thing. And that's kind of why I go for games that are open like this, open plan, open world, where there's no set pathway. I get a little bit frustrated with games that go, right, now you've got to do this and go there and solve that and jump across there and go under there, collect 3 of those, otherwise you haven't finished the level. I don't really like that sort of thing. I like this open business. It's much more appealing to me because it suits the image I have in my head of an open world, of a sort of dream world, if you like. Now I've completely lost where I'm going now. I've completely lost the plot here. I think I've overshot the mark, haven't I? What have I done here? There she is. Let's try and do this by eye. Might be better off doing it that way. But it's interesting to me, you know, because I never used to, like I said, I've not been into computers that much. Not like you. I mean, I'm not able to deal with, you know, software development or something like that. I don't think that's really my thing. I'm not afraid of logic, if you know what I mean. But it's not the linguistic side of coding. It's not something that I'm au fait with. You know what I mean? So, but I do appreciate that world, and I do think it's a marvel that people can write code that can make something like this happen. I think that's pretty incredible. And financial systems themselves that you deal with are incredibly complex, aren't they? I mean, some of the complex financial instruments that are out there are just it's beyond belief. It almost defies logic. Outlet, he's saying, yeah. Outlet, exactly. It's okay to get away. We have these tools and opportunities to unwind, dream, chill. It's a really cool time to be alive. You think about it, just can't get too caught up in it is all. Yeah, no, you can imagine it. I mean, I sympathise sometimes when I think about like my son is 11 now, and I mean the capacity for him to disappear into a fantasy world is incredibly intense, and at that age I think you can get sucked into it and not never come out. I mean there's those kind of, what are they called, there's a name for them, it's like otaku or something like that. They're the kind of, it's the Japanese name for teenagers who are just committed to living in their bedrooms and living a kind of online life. And these poor guys, they're literally unable to socialise or unable to integrate themselves into a work environment because their only experience of human interaction is within a kind of virtual environment or online, you know. And in a way, it's not a help to young people to get too involved in this kind of caper. Anyway, let's not get too serious about it, because I could talk about that all day, because it's something that does fascinate me. But in the meantime, what we're going to try and do here is a little bit of a landing procedure, which I think is going to be a bit beyond my capacity. Let's just see if we can get this baby down. If I can park this, I'll be happy with myself. Let's get him down into a nice. Let's see if we can get a. No. There we go. That's better. Let's just get across here. Ever so tightly, ever so slightly, ever so mightily. And then just take a little bit. The momentum of this thing is amazing in the sense that you've got a real sense of how big it is, in the fact that once you get it rolling, you can't stop it. Now, I think this is going to be too big for the pad, is it not? Do you have any idea if a caterpillar can land on one of these things? Writing code is part of it, but I like the designing or solving problems. I've always been interested in how things work. I guess I'm lucky I fell into something that satisfies that interest. Yes, I mean, that is a really good point. I mean, I think you are lucky in the sense you found, if you like problem solving and you like the undoing of logic, like unlacing the boots of logic, I think that's a really nice job to have. Because I'm sure your job, there's things that get thrown at you every day which are different each day you go in, and I'm sure that's something that's quite satisfying to be involved in. My strafe down is really heavy on this. Right, I've just got to get myself into a situation. I'll put the legs down. There go the legs, my friends. Let's see if we can get this baby a little bit nosed up the wazoo, if you know what I mean. No, not like that though. A little touch of the old throttle, we should come in. Let's try about. My sense of perspective is not that great on this, I must say, but I reckon about there will put us down nicely. Just need to have a quick look at the back end here, see where we are. Aha, okay, we're a little bit nose down. Alright, so that's alright. Let's just sort that out. What do you reckon? Coming in like a beast. I reckon we could probably do with going a little bit that way. And a little bit that way. No! Baby! Alright. Let's try. Is she down? Is she down? Is she down? Is she down? I think she might be. Let's turn the power off and see, shall we? Engine off. Oh, baby! We're right down on it, son. Yes. We are right down on it. Without no word of a lie there, son. Look at that. He's landed it like a plum. In a bed of pastry. Now, we've got to get out of here before they cancel our ticket. This is very dark back here, isn't it? There is a door here somewhere, but I can't quite remember where it is. Where's my flashlight? Where am I? Who am I? Oh, don't give me the crash news. I don't want to know about that. I think I've clipped. I've gone through the floor here. What's going on? Am I up a ladder or down a ladder? If I go down. Where am I? Beck, help me. I'm lost. Lost in the frames, mate. It's a big ship, nice landing. Didn't even auto land. Well done. Oh, thank you, mate. I appreciate your thing. Now I'm landed the ship well, but I think I've clipped through the wall and now I'm stuck in the nether, as it were. What am I going to do here? What could I do to get out of this? I'm completely jammed in the jam. I don't know how to get out of this. I'm sort of in a loop here. Let's try going backwards. What is that there? I can't even see where I am. I can't get my flashlight on either. Like, I don't know if you've had trouble with the flashlight, but oh, I was doing so well. It looks to me like I've clipped through the floor of the... Oh no, that looks like a crash to me, mate. Am I falling through the air? Where am I? Well, that's quite spooky. I seem to be standing on the planet Crusader. What a wonderful world. The man has designed an incredible world. It's a world where everyone can dream eternal dreams of weightlessness in the nothingness that is Daymar. Daymar itself has disappeared. What do you think's happened there then? Like the ship has despawned and Shubin mining and the whole planet. Is that? Do you think that's what's happened? It's definitely not ready to go live at this point. Mate, I think you could be right. It's crazy what's going on now. In the nothingness. Why does he keep doing that? Well, there's Stanton in all her glory. It feels a little bit like that's supposedly the sky. Let's just try and run a little bit, shall we? I can't even move now. I think I might have to do the old self-rip. What do you reckon? I really don't want to end up back at... Maybe if I just keep walking like this. Wow. It's pretty amazing. Well, I mean, not much of a game, is it? That's all I can say. I'm stuck in a loop now, so I think what I'm going to have to do is kill myself. And, you know, I don't say those words lightly. Let me just check on the old nag, see what she's doing. I just got to check this 1 second, mate. All right, that's not till tomorrow, that race, anyway. Okay, the 12:20 at Catterick. What can we say about you, Downer? You're spinning round like one of those ping pong balls in a children's arcade game. You're like a pinball without the wizard. Try Mobiglass. Yes, good idea. Good idea. Right, Mobiglass. Alright, let's see. Ah! That was a good idea for a moment. Oh, now I can see myself travelling by. Or is that my own reflection of the me that once was? The man who felt himself along the black horizon. The plane of imminence stretches out before me. as I see my own duality severed from the potentiality of my own existence. I didn't realise that the moon is me and I am the moon. And the Moby Glass is just a way of encountering your own special uniqueness, which is undifferentiated from the system of difference, the horizontal relation to exchange value itself. Nope, Moby's not working. What else did you say? Go prone? Let's try that. Feeling a little bit prone right now. So Tamden Plains is that way. It's telling me that Shuban Mining is 2. Alright, so yeah, look at that. I'm actually 295 kilometers away from the ship now, so I think I'm going to have to self-rip. That means I've just clipped out into the ultimate nothingness. Let's just see if we can get past that. There I am again. Let's just do the old F10 just because it's funny to do that. Alright, it looks like to me it's going to have to be a self-rip. Yeah, and it's alt. Don't know if I can do that even. It's still alt backspace, right? Alright, it's one last thing I could try. Let's just go into here a second. And on foot advanced and just see force respawn. Yeah, alt backspace. Alright. Let's just try it then. Is that me? Have I done it now? Is that death? Is that what death looks like? Can't quite see. There we go, gotcha. Gotcha. Well, Beck, anybody's guess? No, that one is still there. We're back in the zone now. Back in the usual. Alright. Very good. Still only got 11 frames though, so I don't know about this server. I think I might have to jump into another one. Let's try. My mission is still up there though. I don't know if it's worth trying to go for that, but I've got 12 frames and I'm in the pod. That doesn't bode well, does it? I think what I might do is just go for a different. Let's just exit to menu. Go for a different server and see what we can do. There's no harm in trying. 23 minutes in. We'll see what we can see. There's the hobbity music. Alright, we're back in the game. Right, let's not go for Australia, let's just go for best and let's just get in there, see what we can see. This could be the one. I feel the frames are ramping up. Now I don't know if you know this, but the reason the frames get so bad is because the brine that they immerse the servers in, sometimes it gets flakes of pastry in it. When Chris gloats over the brine, the pastry drops out when he's chewing on a pasty or a sausage roll. Those flakes get into the server brine and that clogs up the server's gills, and that's what causes the frame drop. That's what I've been told. I'm not sure if that's correct, but it's all very technical. I don't really understand it myself. But you know, that's apparently the reason. It's due to gloating. Chris is gloating over the brine, and that's what causes the clogging of the frames. All right, here we are. Look, what have I got now? Look at that, 17 frames. I'm in bed, and that's the best. I'm up to 11. Look, let's just give it. Let's try it. Let's just try, because that was That was quite a nice little run for the old cat there. I quite enjoyed that. What I'll do is I'll take something a bit more flyable and a bit more nippy, and we'll see if we can get there quick smart. Because I'd quite like to get to Shubin and see what the possibilities for the old WHP are. Right outside the gentleman's toilets there. There it is, gentleman's toilets. You have a piss, and then you could have a pips. Then you could have a piss, and a pips, and a piss, and a pips. No, that's the wrong way around. Right, okay, let's go. Let's get out of here. Ramping up the speed. Let's look at the man as he runs like a young gazelle across the savannah of Olisar. I reckon it's Oliver actually. Now I've managed to load up 2 weapons here, sliding to the side there, Milli Vanilli, and then we're coming here. This looks like quite a busy server as well. Look. The other thing that's gone missing for me is the old free look when I'm on foot. I can't do that anymore. That's something that's gone for a Burton. Right, Drake. No, Drake Herald. Yes, let's take the Herald. She's nippy. She can't shoot for toffee, but she's quick.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
A frame counter I'm using is Fraps, which I don't know of another one. I don't know if that eats up frames itself. As per the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, they use Fraps to observe the frame rate, and it actually changes the frame rate as you observe it. A08. Let's not forget that number as we go through the Jaws moment, and we run over here to the 8ness of the frameness of the heraldidity. Let's just get over here. There's my beautiful Herald. I do like the Herald. It's a fine looking ship, and it goes like a bomb. Did I do that? Yep. Don't forget to get your Yeezy, but I suppose that can wait until this live PCU. Yeah, exactly. I don't know, I do like the Yeezy. I've got one. I can put one on underneath this actually. But actually no, I'm not going to do that, because last time I did that out of the atmosphere of Olisar, I ended up, come on, open the door. I ended up suffocating, because it doesn't update the apples and pears. It doesn't update the suit in time. Every single time I've changed my okay, 08. Where's my Herald then? Where is my Herald then? Oh, this gets on my wick. Right, I've got to go back in. The Harold. Trusty old Harold, like King Harold, with an arrow in his eye, but he fights on. I reckon that guy's got his Herald in my pocket. Right, let me in. My man, called Flynn, and I need to come in. Yes, we're not interested in your weak-minded sales pitch. We want to get in and get a Herald. There's the Apex gang, hanging by the Apex. And the t-shirt, look at this, Beck, the t-shirt that says it all. Right. Right, come on. Let's just hop in here. Now that Herald should be. It's stored again. Now it's on pad 8. Oh, you plum! You absolute plum! What's going on? This way. We'll get there, mate. Don't you worry about it. We'll get there. We'll get there. Sometime today. We shall be buzzing around like a veritable wasp with a beak full of nectar. Do wasps have beaks? I don't think so. With a proboscis full of nectar. We're nectaring our proboscis like a proverbial wasp on a day out. Didn't we have a lovely day? The day we took the Herald. Let's play the Herald game. Is she there? Is she not there? Why is she called Harold if she's a girl? Up the apples and pears. And here we go into the nothingness. Where's my Harold? This could drive you up the wall, couldn't it? Let's give this guy the salute and see if he'll take us to Daymar. Yeah? What do you reckon? Right, let's just ask him. Please, can you take me to Daymar? Please. Man, I am saluting. That's the other thing. We don't know the names of anybody now, do we? He's gone on to his Moby glass. He doesn't care about me. Right, let's go and see what is happening with his... Oh, his ship's despawned now. Alright, well, I don't know. Is there a way of looking at what's spawning from the Moby? Is that possible even? Can we look at ships? Can I see that? Select ship. Maybe. Anvil, Drake, Cutlass, Drake, Herald. I didn't even know that you could do this. There she is, look. Systems. Cooler. Oh, right, okay, weaponry. I didn't even know that that was possible to... And it hasn't got that many weapons. Left wing, right wing, left wing. What? The Mantis and the Panther Repeater. Oh yeah, did I put those on there? Tarantula. Now if that causes my suit to disappear, I shall be most upset. So look, we can see the virtual Harold in the virtual game, but we can't actually access it in any other way. Right, okay. I don't know what to do, my friend. I think I'm a bit stuffed here. Uber, yeah. I reckon you're right there. Uber. It's all just a front for Uber, isn't it? Chris, I've got this brilliant idea to sell your Uber business. First of all, we'll raise 166 million for a game that we're never going to build, and it's all a pretense just to get people to get so frustrated with the fact that vehicles don't arrive that we indoctrinate them into the Uber way, where they all give up driving because they're so frustrated with the experience that you create for them in a virtual world. In reality, they won't drive anymore. They'll just jog on the spot like lunatics. Look at this fool. Honestly, man, you've got to try and lose a pound somehow, I suppose. In this zero-G atmosphere, there's no such thing as exercise. There's only big bennies and the protuberance of your own belly as it bursts before you. Right, let's take something else. Let's take the Herald. It's there again. I don't know what to do now if I retrieve it again. Do you think it will come? Let's see what happens this time.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Well, that's all very well, but you don't lie to me. A09 now. All right, we're just going to go up the numbers, isn't it? Now it's at A10. Now it's at A11. No, there is no A11. Never mind that. Just follow the numbers. A9 is this way, you fool. Come on, get it together. A09. A09. I want to go to A09. Past Dampers Depot. We don't want anything to do with you. Bunch of cowboys. Do you have that phrase in America? Like someone who's a not very good workman is a cowboy. I don't know if that's not detrimental to Americans, is it? No, that's fine. I just wonder if you had that expression in England. If somebody comes to do your kitchen and they don't do a very good job, you just say, "Oh, I could see he parked his horse outside. He was a right cowboy." Right, okay. And the glass on the Herald, as usual, is jittering in its banana frame. Let's see if we can get in here. We've actually got the Herald now, so we might be on for it. Okay, but we can't get in. I just want it to work. I just want the game to work, my friend. Just want the game to work. What can we say about this? Hey? This is no good, is it? 34 minutes, and now she's gone. Alright. Well, Schatzchen, das ist noch der Testserver, deswegen sind wir heute hier, diese Fehler zu finden. Yes, he's obviously complaining about the fact his Herald is not properly rendered. Every time he approaches it and touches the door, it melts before him like a chimera, like a mirage. The ship that once was. The ship that once was. The Herald. No one can touch him. Have you seen the famous Herald? He was seen on pad A09, jittering like a flittering git merchant. Right, let's just get ourselves in through the door. The frames are becoming a little bit irritating. Maybe a different server. Yeah, I think you just read my mind there, Beck. You read my mind. Be sure to visit a variety of entertainment and dining options. Be sure to visit Chris Roberts. Let's try it, shall we? Got to keep an eye on the time because I'm supposed to be doing something else. Right, okay. Oh, baby, look at this. Oh no, that's just the start screen, son. Now, would you go for best? Why not? What other options are there? You can only follow the linguistic cue. Would you like the best? Then press this button. Oh, I pressed the button marked best and now I've got the worst. Who knew? Right, let's just open this door a little bit as well. Get some air in this room, man. It's the suffocating environment of a man in a virtual space. He's actually just sat in his bedroom doing nothing. But he thinks, in his own mind, he's running around a space station in a distant universe. Right, we're in the black right now, just waiting for the inevitable frame drop. We're at 7-8 frames. I can't actually adjust my chat window as well. I'd like your chat to actually appear in the window up the top right there and be visible for a bit longer. But I've got it set to 20 seconds and it vamooses. I can't seem to change the settings. Right, 18 frames. This is about as good as it's going to get, I think. What time is it? Are you on the about 5 hours behind me, Beck? Because now, what are you coming up to? What 20 to 3 where you are now? Because I'm at 20 to 8 where I am. Right, 19 frames. That's doable. There's the coat hanger. There's the rail. It's there for safety. You can check the picture of Shanghai if you want to. But we're off to bigger and better things. I reckon we're in pod 8. We come out. We look around and we realise that we're actually in pod 1. It's wrong by 7. Never mind, 7's a lucky number. When are they going to finish this work? Never. Let's just go being aware that there is no running in the hallway. Let's go down and see what ship we can actually get ourselves. This looks slightly better. Not butter, but maybe lumpy mayonnaise we could say about this server. It's a fellow. I like this suit. Oh, this looks very, very dapper. It's like the sort of librarian of the stars. Right. Let's see what we might see here. Can we go in? Will you let us look at the ships on offer? Touch to begin. Yes, I'm touching. But you're not beginning, are you? I've touched you. Now begin. Right, let's try another one. Let's mosey on over here and just... Okay. Well, it does seem like... Do you know what? I think I've got motion blur turned on. I think I'm going to have to... I've got right down to 0 frames. Are we going to crash the whole game? I think we've lost it. I think we've lost it. Oh, man. It's almost noon here on the West Coast, US. Oh, right. So you're the full 8 hours behind. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got you. Oh, you're right over. Where are you? Like, a sort of California way, are you? Right over on the... Over that way? West Coast. Well, you've got nice weather over there, haven't you? Or have you? I don't know. I assume you have. Best. I don't know what to do then. Best. I don't know. I feel like I could try it before noon. That's going to be busy where you are. EU. 8. It's in the evening. Australia. I don't want to do that again. Pacific Northwest. Okay. Okay, mate. I'm from London originally, but I'm living in Bristol at the moment, which is in the west coast of England. So I'm also West Coast. Oh, not quite in the same way, my darling. People over in Bristol, they talk like this, like pirates. Like the extras in Pirates of the Caribbean. Whereas where I'm from, it took a bit more like that. I'm not sure if you can hear the difference, but there is a difference. I'm more London. And I'm more Bristol, darling. My lover. Right, 7 frames. We're right in the black again, aren't we, Beck? I don't know what's going on here. It's not a very interesting stream for you, this. I don't mind if you want to hop off and watch somebody else more interesting. That's absolutely fine with me. I do understand. You're a busy man. You've got better things to do than watch a man floating in the blackness. Let's try this. We've got 19 frames. We're in bed. This might be all right. Let's see. Let's see. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll pop the old Yeezy on as well. Underneath this garbage. I like to have the armour on though, you see, because I don't know, people do tend to take a pop at me. I don't know why. There's the coat hanger, there's the rail for safety. Let's see what city is on offer here. What's this? Terror? Never heard of it. Right. I reckon I'm in pod number 3. He's coming out. What number's he in? He's in 10! He's wrong by 7 again. At least I'm consistent. Big Bennies or Pips. That's the decision of the day. That guy just disappeared off the face of the earth then. Look at that, see that? Alright, here's the bozos. Now look at them, the frames are dropping as the clowns arrive. Look at him jittering along. Must be something to do with that suit. Maybe it's too tight under the circumstances. There is no running in the hallway, ladies and germs. I hope you realise that as we pootle on down. I'm the first to the bottom there, that's right. Stand out of my way, son. Oh, it's busy tonight in the verse. Busy as can be. Let's grab a screen before they all get full up. Let's see what we can do. Now, what would you take if you were Mai? If you were Mai, and Mai was you, what would you do in a tiny canoe? Let's take... Is this here? I don't want to take a big ship. Let's just take something easy. Ah, damn it. The Herald, the Cutlass. Last time I took out the Cutlass, it's never got any doors on it, and you've got to respawn it. Let's take a Hornet. Have we got one? F7C2. Let's try that. Let's just take a Hornet. Let's not mess about. Is that why you fly Drake? CO7. I fly Drake because that's all I can make. Right. Now, what I have been doing is a bit silly, really, but I've been amusing myself by... come on then, open the door. Oh, in fact, before we do this, I just want to change the old look. Let's see if we can get this to the undersuit. Now, what was the Yeezy? I've got the exec. I'm not sure if that's the one. Let's do that. Now let's just see what we've got here. Can you see the little flash of gold there beneath? What are you looking at? The flash of gold beneath. So I'm sort of nodding the old cap there to the Yeezy. What can I say? That is a feature I do like, that it just snaps into the... Yeah, it doesn't work though now, does it? Right, come on. Don't mess me about, son. Come on. Yep, alright, there we go. Cycling to Daymar. Can't remember what ship I took now. Oh yes. What, the F7C? That's what we're taking. Let's go. And we're on 7, are we? I think 7. The reason I fly Drake up the apples and pears. Why do I fly Drake? And what the F7C is that doing there? Are you getting this? Are you getting this? Look at that. That's amazing, isn't it? 94 beats per minute. I'm nearly going to drop dead for a heart attack here. Look at this. There's a huge asteroid floating above Olisar. What can it mean? It's the end of the world! Right, let's see. Look, there's asteroids everywhere. My God, Grim Hex has come to Olisar. They've invaded us. The Grim Hexians are here. Lord of... Oh, no! No, 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 no. Where's my ship gone? Oh, man. Okay. Keep yourself together, son. Just go back and reorder it. It's not a problem. It's not even real. That's the thing, isn't it? Like we were talking earlier about dreams. It's no good when your dreams, they don't, you know, they're just, well, it's like, it is literally like a dream. Like where one of those dreams you sort of run along but you can't run because you're running in porridge. Or every time you go home, the windows from your house are missing. Or you go get in your car and you park it somewhere and then when you come back it's not there. And you realise, you know, you're at school naked. Live the dream. Go to school naked.
Welcome to the Port Olisar ship deck.
Yeah.
Press the screen to continue.
It was a poor joke about Bristol Pirates and Drake. Oh, I see what you mean, yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. Oh, that's right, my friend, my lover. That's why I fly Drake. Because I'm a piratical individual. From Bristol. The port of Portishead. Right, let's see what we can do here. Not the Sabre. Let's just take that one. CO7, let's just do it again. No, I'm not going to play this silly game now. Let's take the Wildfire. No, I can't do that even. Alright, let's take that. Come on.
Ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Whoa. Since the echo on that. CO5. Let's go. Let's go, go, go. CO5. This way. Excuse me, boys. I've got a date with a Hornet. Right, let's just clip through the doors here. A nice cantering, lollygagging rate. I can't remember what number it was. It's down here. There she is. Let's just get in. Let's get in damn quick before she disappears off the brig. Now, which side is it? I don't ever fly one of these, so I can't remember. I think I'm right in coming around this side, aren't I? There we go. There we go, my friends. Enter the pilot seat. Yes, that's exactly what I wish to do. Salvador Dali surrealism. Yes, exactly. And he is the man who said, the only difference between me and a madman is that I am not mad. And that could be the quote of the day. Right, let's just see if we can get this ship started up now. Down here is the flight ready button, which we all love and appreciate.
Aerospace, all systems online.
Well, I appreciate that, love. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Landing gear raised.
The landing gear is not... Look at these asteroids everywhere. Bizarre, isn't it? Right, let's just get out of here. Let's get the rear view then. Look at this. Olisar. With a huge asteroid in its midst. What could this mean? Isn't that strange? You can see my terrible piloting skills now. Is that actually Grim Hex? Can I visit Grim Hex by going to Olisar now? This is really bizarre. What is that all about? The strangeness of it all. What can we say about that? It does look like the kind of asteroid that Grim Hex is founded upon, doesn't it? Really odd. Really, really strange. I quite like that though. I quite like the fact that that's there. I think that would be a nice addition to Olisar. The fact that above it there's this sort of other world. They could have a little sort of naughty base up in the sky, if you know what I mean. Not the sky is something that's applicable to this particular environment, but we can dream. Isn't that strange? Isn't that really, really strange? Quite like it though. Right, let's just get the old Moby on and let's get the F7C out of dodge. Right, let's go to wonderful, the delicious, the planet they couldn't tame, Daymar. I'm not even sure how to use the radar apart from that. Where's my little... Come on, give me the widget. I've become a little bit distracted. I've got 20 frames, that's not too bad, is it? There she is, look. There she is. Let's hop into the saddle.
Is now on.
Look at that. Isn't that strange? There she is, look. Wonderful. F7C. I don't even got any guns on this. Oh yeah, I have. Just a few.
Quantum drive is now off.
Okay, that's good. Art cool. No, we want to go to Shubin. Shubin is the destination that we are determined to get to. 549. Is that meaning that it's on this side or the other side? We don't know. I feel like someone's giving me the jib. It goes 1212, doesn't it? 1224. Okay. Let's just cruise in. See what we can see. Not sure if you're still here, Beck, but if you are, I appreciate it. I really appreciate you dropping by and chatting to me. It makes my day. Every time I stream, I get 2 or 3 people usually just chatting away, and it makes it a much more pleasurable experience for me. I don't know if I'm going to be on that much longer, but I do enjoy this sort of caper. A little bit of escapism is good for the soul, and it's only it's only coming up to 8. I should probably do a bit more work after I jump off of here. 52 minutes in, well, plus whatever it was before I started the timer. I can see on my stream that there's a lag of about a minute or so. If we just do this 52, we can see 52. Yeah, it's about 25-second lag. I have the day off today, so I thought I would drop on by. Glad your ship didn't disappear this time. Nice one, mate. No, I really appreciate you stopping in, mate. I really do. It just makes the experience so much nicer. You do feel like a bit of a lonely twat when you're rattling on to yourself. I do get on one sometimes, but I enjoy it. It's all good. Let's just see if I can zoom in a bit here. I've lost the ability to zoom in my screen. I can't quite do it now. Shubin mining is coming in at 380, so I think I'm on the right track here. It's all good. It's all good. Let's just have a look at the Hornet. That's a pretty good looking ship, isn't it, really? I'm not sure which variant this is. Which one is this? Is this the Ghost? Or is it just the one with nothing on? Yeah. Yeah, it's nice looking. I prefer this one, this darker colour. Not that that really matters, but you know what I mean. Look at that. I mean, it is a pretty impressive game, isn't it? I mean, look at that. I mean, it's amazing that it's just Chris and his brother And Eric, Cara and Davis, just the three of them in Chris's bedroom, have managed to code this together on an old Spectrum ZX. It's incredible what they've achieved, I think. If only Chris could stop drooling over the brine. Clogging up the frames. 22 frames coming in now. 21 maybe coming in. That's not too bad. I expect it'll drop down to about 3 when we get to Shubin. I'm glad they got rid of that moon wobble that they had before. Like every time I took a smaller ship into Daymar, I was getting this awful sort of wobble side to side with the planet, or the moon rather. But yeah, it's interesting. What do you reckon on the size of it then? The size of the whole deal. I mean, when we think about the Stanton system and the physical size of it, and Chris's point that within one of the craters of Selin you can fit the entirety of Skyrim, etc., etc. Now this game is enormous, and one of the things that, oh, here we go, it's always the bit I like. The game is enormous, and one of the things that comes with an enormous game is long periods of loneliness, in the sense that if the server cap is going to be 50 people, my experience of playing the PTU so far is that 50 people in a server, when the game is this large, means that it's very, very rare that you run into somebody. I don't know why I've got this white ball in front of me. I'm assuming it's something to do with the radar. It's quite distracting and quite annoying, I have to say. I'm going to come up to about horizon level just to try and minimise my drop. Get the speed up to about 650, we should be alright, I think. Just want to get there, man. I'm actually going to the wrong area right now. I just need to come over a bit. My joystick is not the best. Right, let's try it about there. That should do it. Actually going higher than the safe speed, which is quite interesting. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, here she comes now. Here she comes. I mean, it's going to be pretty amazing when you can fly with your buddies across here, isn't it? Like a load of you tooled up to the buttons in a fleet of ships. It's going to be amazing. Like if WHP can actually get themselves mobile and together, that could be pretty incredible. Alright, we've got 82 kilometres on the clock here. We'll see how we do if we just crank it up a bit. Don't like this white orb that's floating in front of me here. Is that a bug, or is that supposed to be some kind of radar way above the max safe speed? But I guess nothing seems to happen when you do that, so I'm guessing it's alright. .3839. Let's get it down to 50 and then we'll drop the nose. Come on. Now my problem is, I'm just going to leave it at this speed for now, just because let's just give it a little bit of welly. But the thing for me is that the size of the universe is going to be a problem, I think. in the long run, because unless they can get it up to like really high numbers per server, you're going to be stuck with a situation whereby you'd never meet anyone. It's just, I mean, maybe that's why they're focusing so much on the idea of AI being much more subsumptive and interactive, because without them it's going to be a very lonely ride. That's the thing. It's going to be lonely like hell. Keep an eye on that altitude, mate. But yeah, interesting stuff. I was followed the other day. I haven't got many followers, as you can see, but I was followed the other day by somebody calling themselves the Crytek legal team. That's the name of the person who's now following me, and I don't know if you stream or you've had that happen to you, but it's quite an odd thing to happen. Like, why would somebody call themselves the Crytek legal team? I mean, I get it if it's a joke, that's fair enough. But it quite spooked me, actually, the fact that I was being followed by somebody who calls himself that. And I don't mind if it's just somebody having a laugh, then that's all well and good, but quite odd, don't you think? They are planning to mesh multiple servers together at some point. I don't know exactly how that will work, but if they pull it off, it should be interesting. Okay, alright, that's interesting. So what they're planning to mesh them so that you can sort of, with the streaming is it systemized variables? I can't remember the terminology now, but the idea being that if something's not in your immediate environment, then it's not going to be something that you need to, your system won't be using power to render it in. Here we go, we're down to 1.9 now. Let's just pull the nose up a bit as we come in. Seems like there's a few people here, which is good. Or is it just one? It's just one, isn't it? I wish I could get rid of this map on my HUD. Can't see a thing. Right, I'm just going to slow it right down. I'm going to drop down through this cloud and see if I can see what's going on. There she is. Can't see a bloody thing with this white gubbins in the way. Right, let's just try and do this. Is that going to get rid of it? No. Can I use F to somehow deselect it? Oh, Lord above. So irritating. Alright, whatever. Let's just take it in. We can eye it. It's not a problem. We can eye it like this. Where is she then? Is she down there? Ah, look at this. There's a caterpillar coming in. Look at that. That could be me. Half an hour ago. Look at that. Amazing. If we just swing it round here, lift the nose up a bit, then we should get a view of it coming into land. If I can do this. Can I do this? Yes, I can. There she is. Look, she's under attack. What should we do? Should we play pirates? Look at that rover down there. Is that a rover down there? Pretty sure that's a rover. What a game, man, what a game. It is. It is a rover. Look at that. Look at that, it's amazing. Right, let's see if we can find it. There she is. There she is. There she is. I wonder if I could hit it from here. What do you reckon? Should we ever go? Why not? We're here for fun after all. Let's take you out as well, shall we? Come on. See if we can get down here. Sorry, mate. Come on. Yes. This is more like it, man. Gunfights over Shubin. Can we target? See if we can get and stay in front of them. We might be alright. Kind of broadside. We're better off broadsiding them, aren't we? Don't crash the game now. Not when we're having fun. You can see my terrible piloting already. Come on now, baby. Weapons have overheated, man. Come on! Come on, baby. Can we target a missile? Can't target. Whoa, she's in trouble. Let's see if we can finish her off. Okay. Come on, baby. We're going to try something a bit silly.
Landing complete. Takeoff complete. Takeoff complete.
Come on, let's see if we can get out before they kill us. He's a nutter. He's a nutter. He's jumping out when it's all kicking off. They're going to blow us to pieces. Right, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get over here. Right, there she is. There's the caterpillar. Let's see if we can get on board. They're shooting at us from the turrets. Come on, let's see if we can get in there. How would we get in though? She's stranded! Look at her, she's stranded. Oh look, I've made a right mess of that, haven't I? But she can't take off though. Is there a way of getting in, man? Oh, I thought she was lower to the ground than that. Look at the sight of this now. The stranded caterpillar. Do you have a railgun? No, I don't, unfortunately, which was a bit of an oversight on my part. But look at this. Maybe I can climb in. What do you reckon? Somebody's got a railgun. Where are they? Right, keep moving. They won't hit me if I'm round the back here, will they? Somebody's got a railgun for sure. I've got no sights on this thing. Can I see into there? I hope I've got more bullets than this. Right, the mission, my friends. Somebody's taken the railgun to it. Right, let's see if we can get up here. Come on, man. You can do this. You can do this. Look at the sight of this, man. This is amazing. Oh, no! Playback. What happened there? What? Why? Why did I die? Why was that? I'm going to have to watch that back. I can't believe it. Why? Why am I dead? Answer me that and stay fashionable. We've got to get back there. We've got to get back. We just have to go back and sort that out. What's the fastest ship in the fleet? The Herald. Can you spawn it? No! Let's take another Hornet. Let's go back to Shubin and sort this mess out. I want resolution. I can't even get out the door now. No! I can't believe it. Absolutely unbelievable. Pod 5. Pod 10. Wrong by double. Absolutely terrible. What are you standing there for? There's people to sort out. It was fun while it lasted. It was fun, but I wanted... Oh, man. Why? Did you see why I died? Did I have a heart attack or something? All the excitement. Pips on the terminal. What's going on? What's this play trick? This place like a hotel. Let's get back there. Let's take the Sabre. Let's take the Sabre and get moving.
Your ship has been delivered to the following land.
CO2. Carbon dioxide. Easy to remember. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm not giving up on that, mate. That is just out of hand. Really out of hand. I was so close. I wanted to board that ship, get inside, and deal with them face to face. That's what I was hoping. That was my plan. My plan was thwarted by my own heart condition. Come on, let me into the game. It's so dysfunctional, this system. It's ridiculous. There we go. I expect they sniped you from the cat's side bay or something. Yes. See, I usually carry a sniper rifle with me, but I haven't been able to figure out where they sell them in the PTU. I've been to Grim Hex, which I thought was where you buy them. Oh, why am I here? I've gone the wrong way. Oh, God damn it, man. How have I managed that? CO2. Do you think they sniped me? Maybe, yeah. Right, that's my alarm. Right, I've got something I've got to do. But in the meantime, I'm not sure what that noise was then. It didn't sound good. Right, let's just get this on the go now. Press. We are 1 hour 16 plus what I did before this. This is too long a stream now. Right, okay, I've got to go and check something. What I'm going to do is just take myself up the apples and pears here. I'm going to get in the ship. I'm pretty sure it's this side, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll get off the pad. But then I'm just going to hang for a minute while I go and sort something out. Oh, come on, am I on the wrong side here? What's going on? Don't give me this, man. Is it the other side? Is it the other? Look at the rock, it's still there. This is a great server. What fun! No. Ah. Jesus, now what the hell? You look at it. The sheets of asteroids are floating above our heads now. Sure, I can't even get into my saber. Alright, this is right, I've got to go. I've got to answer that alarm. So look, the deal is this. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. No, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Right? Bring a railgun if you can. Where can I buy a railgun? Where can I buy a railgun? I don't sell them at Olitar. Alright, just give me a second, alright? I'll be right back. Right, we're back in action. Back in traction. Let's see what happens now. Back in traction, mate. Right. Let's see if we can get into this ship. How are we going to get in? Oh, mate, it's driving me insane. Am I being a plum here? Is there another way to get into a Sabre? Am I just being stupid? Bring a railgun. But where can I buy a railgun? They don't sell them here. Right, I'm going to have to leg it and get another ship. I think I'll stick with the Hornet. It seems to be the best option. As my heart rate goes through the roof. Damn it, why didn't I get round the side there? Who could have sniped me? I didn't even see who was there. But they will pay the iron price. Be wearing a wooden overcoat, never mind an iron price. Gonna pay the copper discount on that one, mate. Right. Let's sort this business out. Here we are. Let's just get in the business here. Get up to the screen, press our nose against the black screen, the black mirror. It reflects only the darkest side of ourselves. As we go quickly and expediently to the nearest. Let's take the tracker. No, we can't. All right, we'll take that one. Give us what we want.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
C07. 07 is the number. 528. There we go. That guy still stood there, like he's about to put his hands in his pockets, but he can't make up his mind whether to do it or not. Just do it, mate. Nothing's going to hurt you. Just unless you've got razor blades in your pockets, you'll be all right. Cycling to Daymar. Don't mind if I do. C07. Here we come. Come on now. The whole business will have passed over as if nothing had happened. The hand moves the surface of the water, and once the hand is not there anymore, the ripples return to the smoothness of the surface as if you never existed. Right, let's see if we can get in this baby. Here we go. Use pilot ladder, open pilot, open pilot. Yeah, but I want to get in. I just want to get in. Open pilot canopy. Use pilot ladder. This better be the right seat. Yeah, okay. Is that the right seat? I think it is. Alright, come on in. Engines on, baby. Flight ready? Right, I've got to keep my one eye on this and one eye on eBay because I'm supposed to be bidding on the coat for my son. Which, you know, is the definition of a bad father. Why didn't you buy the coat? Well, you know, there was a lot of trouble at Daymar and I was in a right pickle. Somebody sniped me from the back of a cat. What are you talking about, husband? I really feel that you're not paying attention to your responsibilities as a father.
Landing gear raised.
Right, let's go. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Never mind the asteroids. Here's the Sex Pistols. Right, okay. Come on in. Into the map. Take me to Daymar. There she is. The Mar of Day. Let's go. Where is she? Saw that widget. There she is. Right in front of my nose. Let's go.
Quantum drive is now on.
Well, that's very nice. Bring a railgun if you can. Something you should have at the bottom of a flyer for a really, like, out-of-hand party. Party starts at 10. Bring a railgun if you can. Right, here we are. Let's get to Shubin. Shubin's on the other side.
Quantum drive is now off.
Let's get to the OM. Cool down. OM.
Quantum drive is now on.
7 minutes to go. Come on.
Quantum drive is now off.
Is that Shubin mining? Yes, 440. We can make that in no time. No time at all, mate. Let's just inch it over. Waving around like a girl's blouse in the breeze. Right, here we are. Let's just do that and let's punch it. Yes, I know I'm supposed to be bidding on the coat. I'm aware of it. Just have a very, very busy life at the moment. What with all this business at Shubin Mining, not even able to clothe my own children. 6 minutes 40. Right, okay, that's alright. That alarm's going to go off in a minute. Right, 1222 is the number on the clock, and we're on our way to Shubin, where there's been a bit of business with a cat that upended itself. And although it looked like a vulnerable little sausage, it turned out to be a deadly wiener that sniped me from the back of its own. The arch in the caterpillar's back sniped me, and my soul left my body like a butterfly, emerging from the chrysalis of pain that was caused by some errant sniper who perched himself on the aft end of a cat at Daymar. Turned into a bit of a nightmare, if you know what I mean. This is incredible. I don't even know if I can stream for this long without there being a problem. But anyway, this is like a 2-hour stream. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's homunculus. Let's just hope we can get in there. Can I zoom in on that? I want to see. Lost the power to zoom in. I don't know why. I don't like that noise. It makes me worry. Anyway, here she is, the beautiful Hornet. Super. There's a good looking ship, isn't it? It really is. Never really liked it before now. But that is a wonderful sight. We're going to get down to 3 minutes on that. Beck, I don't know if you're still there. You may have gone somewhere. That's fine. I understand this is not the most interesting stream in the world, but I really would like to get back to Shubin and see what the persistence is like. Really, that's my goal. It's not so much revenge I'm after. It's just a little bit of a test to see if those ships are still there. There's still that same scenario is playing out. You know, I've only been gone for about 12 minutes, maybe 15 minutes since I was last at Daymar. And I just want to see if that cat is still there, sort of stranded, like upended like that, or whether if the person who it belongs to has left the server, maybe it's despawned or whatever. It'd be interesting to see if it's still there anyway. We're still not coming in. I'm still getting this awful globe, which is kind of like a... When I've had this before in a Hornet, when I zoom in with the wheel on the mouse, I can get a kind of close-up of where I'm going, and it's quite useful, but this doesn't seem to be doing that. It's just sort of generalised. Here she is now, running her way through the growth. A fine looking ship. Here we go. God, the altitude's pretty low, isn't it? So I think I should pull my nose up and slow it right down. I'm just gonna... What I'm gonna do is just inch her over to there slightly. And I'm gonna slow it down a bit just because I've got to concentrate on this for a second. I'm getting there. Come on now. Come on, get me in there. This is crazy. Bidding on a coat is almost more exciting than flying a spaceship into a moon in the universe that's located in the mind of Chris Roberts. If only this coat was located in the mind of Chris Roberts, I might be able to get it on a concept sale. 1 minute 42, 1 minute 41. Okay, come on, come on, come on. £6.51. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm here trying to look up where you can find a railgun and a sniper. Not having much luck. Yeah, I know. I also tried to do that, mate, and I really couldn't. I appreciate you doing that for me. That's very nice of you. I also had a good old look. I just assumed they were both at Grim Hex, being the sort of naughty weapons that they are. I thought that they would be represented in the hexagon grimness. In the hexagonal grimness. 59 seconds. Come on, 56. Come on, baby. Please don't outbid me right in the last second of it. Highest bidder on this item. Highest bidder on this item. 119. I've got to pull the nose up in a minute. We're getting a bit low. Altitude is 2. That's all right. Come on now. Help me out. 24 seconds to go on this eBay item. 20 seconds. 19. It's almost like the frame rates and the seconds to go on the coat are in perfect sync. I'm paying £7.50 for this. Your highest bidder on this item. 9 seconds. Highest bidder. 7.6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And give me the thing I want. Oh, what? Right. That is very upsetting. That is very upsetting. I hate eBay. It's a pile of old crap in it. Right, I'm going to get into loads of trouble for that now. But never mind. What can you do? It's going to be my fault. This reminds me of the old joke, if a husband is alone in a forest, is he still wrong? Right, where are we? We're low down to the ground. I don't understand how I could be outbid on that. I just don't understand it at all. I really don't get it. How can you be the highest bidder all the way to the last second, and then when it actually closes out, you're not the highest bidder? How can that be? Anyway, let's not get ourselves upset by it. I'm just going to get a ragging for that later on. Right, never mind that. Let's just see how we persist in the twist. Shubin mining is still 89 away, so let's just ramp the speed up a bit, because this is just going to take all day otherwise. Let's take that up to 380 then. Yes, alright, I know. I bid on the coat, but I didn't win it. Oh man, that is annoying. Anyway, whatever. What shall be, shall be. I'll tell you what, if you can find out where to buy a railgun, mate, that would be great info. I don't know. I remember looking through it myself, and I found out it was impossible to find out. 60 kilometers to go, and we've got a slight climb on here actually, which we don't want. I can just get it down to here. 7, 8, 2. Nope, still climbing. Let's get it to about there. Alright, there we go. Let's just get there. Just want to get there, man. Tired of hanging around in the spaces in between. The liminal man. Stuck within the spaces in between everything. I'm really interested to see though if all that stuff's still there. I'm guessing Levski, but I'm not sure. Nothing on the net about weapons locations. Okay. Well, thank you for looking, mate. Don't waste your day off on my behalf. I would really love to know, like, somebody must have compiled a resource to point all that stuff out, because like the snipes was something I used to rely on quite heavily. Like any time I went anywhere I would always have the snipes with me, because it was such a useful thing, you know, because it's a scope more than anything else. You know, you can have a peek and see what's going on at quite a distance away. And it became this thing that I really relied on in the game to keep me out of trouble, if you know what I mean. Because wherever you go, there's always some bozo like me. I don't usually do that sort of thing, by the way. I'm not a kind of pad camper by any stretch of the imagination, but I usually don't do that sort of thing. I try to stick to the WHP rules of calling out 3 times or whatever, but then I just felt like having a pop, so that, what can you do? Needs must and all that. Alright, so we've got somebody here. Is he the same guy as before? That's the question. What I want to do is try and get a sense. Try and get a sense of the altitude here so that I don't crash into the... Let's drop it right down here. See what we can see. I reckon that might be... Does seem a little bit odd that that would be there though, still. Can we see any tube in business? Kind of annoys me that it's so much easier to see in this view. Can't really see anything though, can we? Where is it? Alright then. Coming in strong. Is that the cat there? Is it the cat? Do you know what? I think it is. The cat abides and persists like a feline should. Right, there's the base. But is that the cat? That is the question on everybody's lips. Who's that twat in the cat? It's the cat in the hat. Right, so the thing is down there, 2,000 meters away. And this bozo is who? Well, it's no one, is it? There's nobody there. There's absolutely nobody there. I guess it's somebody who's just over the ridge then. Now, unless there's some problem here, it looks like we've actually got a problem. It's saying it's 191,900 something away. Look at that, but it's not visible. So I think there's definitely a problem here, in the sense that Look. Unless that is it there. Is that it? That's not it. Oh, this game. My God. Is this it here? This is not it. This is not it. I get it now. Sorry, I'm being stupid. It's down this ravine. Alright, let's see then what kind of reception we're going to get here. Looks like there's nobody about except for that fella who's parked himself over there. Let's just see if we can get ourselves in. Get ourselves in here a little bit smartish. Let's just do this. And let's do this. We're going to get the nose up. Looks like there's nobody about. Let's come this way a little bit. I think we might be slightly off the beam here, but we'll give it a go. Oh no, maybe we can do it if we just pinch. Let's give it there. Let's just see where we are nose wise. I think we can nose up a little bit. Here we go. Let's take her down a bit closer, see where we are. We're going to get any legs coming out of this baby now? Annoys me a little bit that you have to go back into this mode in order to get the landing to deploy. Let's just inch forward a bit more. Yes, I'm aware that the alarm is going off. Let's come down nice and steady and arrive like a king, like a prince upon the pad. There we are.
Complete. Landing complete. Takeoff complete.
Let's just power off. Alright, there was somebody about over there, but I don't have the power to go and look, but 1 hour 43. Now, weapons are offline until we get off this pad. Is there anyone around? Looks like it's getting dark, eh? There she is, look. The wonderful Hornet. Super. Ship. I do prefer the ships with space inside though, rather than just a seat and a windscreen. Now I'm pretty sure that once we get off this pad we can go weapons live, but no, maybe not. Maybe it's over here. I hate this armistice zone crap. It really gets on my nerves. Just give me the weapons, man. I understand that maybe inside the building there should be no weapons, but not like... There was another ship. Now we came in which way? We came in from over there. Somebody had parked themselves over there. Looks like the cat and everything has not persisted and it's no longer here. So much for so much. Now this is almost like PUBG, this business down here now, isn't it? And this is just the perfect location for it. In amongst the crates. A little bit of PUBG action. Could be great fun if the frames hold up. We're on 17, 18 frames here. Not too bad. Well, I don't know, mate. Looks like we've missed the party. What I'm going to do, I'm going to call it there. Beck, if you're still about, I really appreciate you stopping by, but I'm going to call it there because I've got to phone my missus and have a little chat about this, that and the other. There she is now. So what I'll do is I will bid you a very good evening, and I'll probably stream again in about half an hour. That is my plan. But until then, I bid you a very good Star Citizen 3.0. Thanks for joining me, mate. It's much appreciated.